What happens when a Mexican luchador takes on a Japanese MMA legend? Well, this happens. And that is the subject of today's MMA Oddities. Hello, friends and loved ones, and welcome back to another edition of MMA Oddities. This time, we're going to be watching a funny little fight between Mexican luchador El Solar and former Pancrase founder and superstar Minoru Suzuki. This fight took place in the Deep promotion. A little bit about Deep. Founded in 2000 under the Deep 2001 brand name, the 2001 portion was later dropped, even though their website address still features it. That's www.deep2001.com. You can go check it out today as they are still promoting fights. Dream Stage Entertainment, the company running Pride, seems to have had some influence in the creation of Deep, or at least some involvement in its operations. I believe the story goes Deep was set up to be a developmental promotion for Pride, with Japanese fighters honing their skills in Deep before moving into Pride. This would be true for many of the early notable Japanese fighters, including Ryo Chonin, Masakazu Imanari, Ryuki Uyema, and Ikohisa the Punk Minowa, among others. Anyway, the fight between El Solar and Suzuki took place at Deep 4th Impact, the fourth show of Deep, and was held on March 30th, 2002 at the Aichi Prefecture Gymnasium in Nagoya, Japan. This event featured a staggering 16 fights. Wow. And speaking of MMA oddities, the main event of this card saw Kengo Watanabe taking on Dos Caras Jr. You might be asking, the most dangerous man alive today, why does that name sound so familiar? Because it was the same Dos Caras Jr. who is also known as Albert Del Rio. That was Caras Jr.'s first MMA fight at Deep 4th Impact, and I'm sure we all remember Dos Caras Jr. getting his head kicked off by Crow Cup at a Pride Bushido event, I believe. Who are our two fighters in this MMA Oddities we're watching tonight? First, with the Luchador, El Solar was 41 years old, and this was Solar's first MMA bout, so he was 0-0. Solar started Lucha back in 1975 in the Universal Wrestling Association, one of the two primary wrestling promotions in Mexico at the time. He would become popular for his mat wrestling skills, and in 1977 he would capture the UWA World Welterweight Championship, the second man to hold that title after its inception in 1975. He held the title for over 400 days. He would win it again later in 1985, and he would also win the UWA World Junior Light Heavyweight Championship and become the first ever UWF Super Middleweight Champion in the Mexican independent circuit. Minoru Suzuki, meanwhile, he was 33 years old for this fight, and his record was 27-19. Minoru was one of the founders of Pancrase back in 1993. From 1993 until 96, Minoru went 18-5, capturing the King of Pancrase title once in 1995 after defeating Ken Shamrock at Eyes of the Beast 4 in May of 1995. But from 1996 through 1998, Minoru's fortunes had changed, and he went 7-12, losing to anyone who had a name: Guy Mesger, Vernon White, Jason DeLucia, Kiichiro Yamamiya, guys whom Suzuki would have had no problems taking before. Minoru's body had been run ragged, and several nagging injuries made him severely reduce his schedule. In fact, after losing to Oshami Shibuya at Advanced 12 in December of 1998, Suzuki took a year off from fighting and only fought one time in 1999 against Sanae Kakuda at Breakthrough 11 in December of that year. And after that fight, only 5 more fights were in store for Suzuki in the 2000s, with this fight against Solar being his second to last fight before his retirement from MMA. Kind of an asterisk on that. Suzuki would come out of retirement in 2013, I think, for one fight against Hans Nijman. But that doesn't change the fact that he did retire in 2003. And with that, I guess I'm done talking about the history of these two guys in the event. So why don't we press play and check it out? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right. So I got full rips of all the early Deep events. So I'm happy about that. I would actually like to watch some of these early Deep events in full. But Deep 4 here, like I said, it has 16 fights. So I think I might just say fuck it and just rip out the 2 oddities. Because spoilers, I'm going to do an oddity for Dos Caros Jr. and Kengo Watanabe in their duo of back-to-back fights. First one was here at Deep 4, and the second one I think was at Deep 6. So as you can tell by the music, Minoru Suzuki's coming out first. This is a classic Minoru Suzuki theme song. He always comes out to this. Oh, just kidding, no. It's Elsa. And the Japanese babes are dressed in Mexican colors. Cute. There's Solar. He's got a championship wrestling belt of some type. He's got a sombrero. Nice. He's got on his mask. He's leaving that on, which is awesome. Red and gold fetching colors. He's obviously a luchador. He's kind of a portly luchador there. He's not very big height-wise. He's definitely a thick guy. He's got his hair popping out the top there, and the mask covers his upper lip. It looks ridiculous. He looks fucking stupid. Oh boy. Yes, he does a salute to the crowd. He's ready. I'm excited for this. He's going to be so badass in the ring. I just know it. Suzuki's out next. Interesting enough, this would be the first of 2 straight masked pro wrestler MMA bouts for Suzuki. After this, he would go back for his final Pancrase event. And he was supposed to fight a Japanese pro wrestler. I forget the guy's name, but that guy got hurt. And so Jushin Thunder Liger stepped in, who wears a mask. And I actually did an MMA oddity for that, so if you're interested in seeing what transpired between Suzuki and Jushin Liger, go check that out. So yeah, kind of interesting that 2 straight masked pro wrestlers would fight Minoru Suzuki, who, let's be honest, Minoru Suzuki probably at the time was only capable of beating masked pro wrestlers in MMA bouts. He wasn't... when Vernon White, who was the Pancrase whipping boy for 4 years, can beat you when you used to be able to kick his ass like nothing, something's gone wrong. And something had gone wrong with Minoru Suzuki. Something had gone terribly wrong. Minoru was still coming out with the black towel on his head. It's Taz! I always gotta do that. He's got on a white robe, a white bathrobe. He's coming out to a guitar strum from some Japanese indie rock coffee shop singer. Kind of dull. He's got on looks like a Pancrase X on his back. That's pretty cool. He's still repping Pancrase, even though this is Deep. Who is this kid that they got in? This wow, Solar. He's not as fat as I was expecting. He's actually in pretty good shape. He was 41 years old for this. He looks good. He's like all upper chest, and it looks like he's really sucking in his gut. He still looks stupid though with this mask that comes over his top lip. Minoru Suzuki, straight up, this looks like a bathrobe. This looks like an old dingy bathrobe. But I do like the X on the back. But there's Japanese J. Jonah Jameson, one of the marquee Japanese refs. He was always reffing in Pride. Minoru Suzuki looks weird here. He just doesn't look recognizable. He doesn't look like the Suzuki of... I had to do a double take when I saw this, when I was ripping his fight. Let me pause it real quick, because I got to get this out. Man, I'm going to go back here. Because I'm telling you, Suzuki... I had to do a double take when I was ripping this fight, saying, this is the fight? This is Minoru Suzuki? He does not look like Minoru Suzuki. There is something off. This doesn't... tell me, if you're early Minoru Suzuki fan, maybe it's the short hair that's throwing me off. But his face, it just doesn't look like Minoru Suzuki. I know he's getting old. He's 33, I think I said. Dos Caros, he's pretty buff. He's in great shape for 41. Wow, I was kind of dogging on him for being portly. I know he's in great shape, but he's tiny. What is he, 5'3"? If Minoru Suzuki is 5'10", 5'11". I just can't get over this. Minoru Suzuki looks so strange during this time period. He didn't adopt the crazy bald head, the shaven head that he would for his pro wrestling career. And like Minoru Suzuki wrestling now, he looks like a crazed old Minoru Suzuki. I gotta get this off my chest. This does not look like Minoru Suzuki. This might be a fucking, doppelganger double that they've pulled. They did a, celebrity search. One of them talent shows. We're looking for the next Minoru Suzuki. They found some guy. Anyway, let's watch this fight. Here we go. Both men are wearing shoes. Little wrestling booties. Minoru Suzuki's taking on like a Muay Thai stance there. Let's see. Oh, high kick there by Suzuki. Oh my God. Oh, Solar. He's going to kick his ass. Get him, Solar. Kill him. There's a knee up the gut there by Suzuki. He works a knee and a little soft paw right there. Solar here, if he's a legitimate badass like outside of the ring, he is not inside the ring in terms of fighting. His punching is very sloppy. Minoru Suzuki could just have his way. Knee him, Suzuki. Yeah, that is a soft low knee. Is Suzuki working here? There's a straight left. That was pretty good. Another soft knee, though. Wow, there's nothing on the back of that knee. Dos Caros here is deflecting these shots. A high kick attempt by Suzuki. Suzuki gets him good with that sort of uppercut right there. Dos Caros has in a tight clinch. Does he know what to do with that? I don't think so. Ooh, knee up the gut. 2 punches, 3 punches. Ooh, Solar's hurt. He goes to grapple him. Solar has no chance here. He's dead in the water already. He goes for a front choke here. He's got him down, but oops, I think something happened. And the crowd are chanting something. I think Solar might have gave a nice little knee there to Suzuki's bits and pieces. I didn't get a clean look at it. Suzuki's hurt though. Oh yeah, beat that back there, ref. They're back there. The balls have gone back near the tailbone. You gotta get him out. So Suzuki's hurt. Does he have a cup in? Calling for the doctor. Or is that who's that is that Kiichiro? I was gonna say, is that Kiichiro? I don't think it's Kiichiro. It's one of the Pancrase, Osami Shibuya. The doctor's coming in now. I think they called over Suzuki's corner. The balls are not up there, friend. They're a little bit lower. Suzuki looks okay. His balls got a little rattled. Nothing he can't handle. Solar, though, is licking his fucking chops saying, I see his weakness. I know where his weak spot is. And Solar is there. Devious little fuck. He's got a plan brewing. He's licking his lips. See, he knows the weak spot now of this man, this Japanese MMA fighter. He's chomping at the bit to get him some now. He knows he's got a plan, pathway to victory. He knows he's got a way to win this fight. Let's go. He's ready to go. He's playing it up here. See, this isn't a pro wrestling match, buddy. He's working the crowd here as if they're chanting for, he's a heel and the crowd is chanting for the babyface. Deep these shows here, you notice not a whole lot of people there. This is what I call it, the Aichi Cultural Gymnasium. And what can it hold? 1,000 people. It might be like the Budokan Hall, maybe hold 3,000 at maximum. There's probably around 1,000 people in the audience, if that. Here we go. Fight's ready to restart. Solar's getting warned. Keep him up. He's ready to go. I think he's given up on punching. Oh my God, that was a bitch fist from hell. Another bitch fist. Solar's punching is fucking horrible. blocked high kick there by Suzuki. Another one, and Solar kind of just pushes him back. Oh my God, awful 1-2 by Solar there. The one was going, and then the two was like right behind it as a bitch fist. But no, Suzuki's working to get him down now. Solar, I think, is over trying to play this by. Ooh, he gets socked right there. He got socked and he got socked again. I think he's done. He's like, all right, plan B. It's time for plan B. It's time for my escape plan. Solar there. Is he wearing? Oh my God. He's going for it now. He's like, I see. I know where to get this fucking jab. I know. That was fucking so clear cut. Maybe you can't see because of the mask. He just fucking rocked Suzuki's world. Suzuki's fucked up here. He is dry heaving. I can't believe this. When I first saw this, and Suzuki is violently dry heaving. Solar. He's like, oh God, he is about to vomit. I don't think he's wearing a cup. I really don't think he's wearing a cup. Why would you not wear a cup? He spit out the mouth guard. Why would you not wear a cup in a professional fight? I'm looking at Solar, and it doesn't look like he's wearing a cup. Is he? Maybe he is. Maybe it's like a little cup. But Suzuki, I can't really see a bulge there from a cup, unless he's wearing like a tampon, you know, to protect his bits. That's not good. Oh, Suzuki's fucked. Solar, yep. He's huffing about. What? This is a travesty. El Solar, the pride and joy of Mexico. What are you doing? You know, the Mexican MMA fans, they believed in you. And this is what you've done? Nope, fight's over. It's been called disqualification. Disqualification for El Solar has been disqualified. So El Solar's up. Yeah, is that I want to say that is Alexander Otska in the blue mask, right? But I don't think so. That would be funny if it was Alexander Otska, because of course after the last Pride Resurrection we saw Alexander Otska was he had El Solar and some other mask. Oh my God. There's Ikohisa the Punk Minowa is over there, and there is Kichiro Yamamiya. I seen him. Let's stop this so we can point out. There's a whole lot of who's who of Japanese MMA in there right now. Let's go back here because I spotted Ikohisa the Punk Minowa. So there's I don't think that's Kichiro, but there's Ikohisa the Punk Minowa right there. Getting El Solar's face. No, I don't think that's Kichiro. It kind of looks like it. I think that's. I can't remember. That's not Kichiro. It might be Osami Shibune. I get my Pancrase dojo boys confused. So Suzuki's corner is all pissed off at the antics of El Solar and his masked band of doofuses. But of course we saw it at Pride 20. The masked band of doofuses were in the corner. now the Pancrase boys, oh my God. He's ripping his glasses off. Did you see that? He was ripping his glasses off. I gotta go back, instant replay that shit. He comes right in. He gets right into El. Here it comes. He's coming right for El Solar. He comes from over here and goes right after Solar. Look at, he pushes him, and he gets this guy rips his glasses off. So yeah, El Solar. The antics are not going over well here. They're in a fight. If this was Puerto Rico, I think El Solar would have already been stabbed in the kidneys. I'll need our friend Alistair to point out some of the Pancrase boys here that are in Suzuki's corner, because if anybody knows, he'll know. I only passing knowledge. El Solar is departing. The point I kept trying to make here is that El Solar, I don't know how they got involved with Alexander Otsuka, but it would have been funny if Alexander Otsuka was one of the masked guys in Solar's corner. It was kind of a, they're playing off each other. He does have a cup on. I guess that's what he's showing as a cup on. You do me a favor, Alexander Otsuka corners him, and that's it. They're going to call the next fight. Oh, boy. So, we just saw what happens when a Mexican luchador takes on a Japanese MMA legend. This was definitely an MMA oddity. This would rank right up there with the most oddest of MMA fights that has been featured on MMA Oddities. The oddity scale rating for this fight, and that scale goes from 1, not odd at all, or maybe you'd say 1 being just a regular MMA fight. It's just a normal MMA fight. That's a 1. 10 being the oddest fucking thing you ever saw. This probably ranks up there. This is probably a 9, easily a 9. So yeah, what did you fans think of this fight? What did you think of El Solar? Is he a disgrace, or is he just a heel being a heel? Let me know in the comments. And we'll have more masked Mexican fighters or wrestlers turned fighters, and very soon, future episode, a double header, 2-in-1 MMA Oddities, which sees Dos Caras Jr. taking on Kengo Watanabe in their duo of fights. So look forward to that very soon. But for now, I must say goodbye. If you haven't, like, share, subscribe. I've been the most dangerous man alive today. We'll sniff you fucking jerks later.